Hey everybody, this is Nathan here at the Gold Cove with my son Jeffrey, and Caleb is on the camera. Today it's going to be super fun. We are going to kind of, what do they call that, Jeff? Unbox?
Yeah, unboxing a PCGS unboxing is what we got today.
PCGS unboxing. So we sent in a bunch of coins for grading, some really nice key date Morgans. Is there a 93 in there at all?
I think, yeah, there is a 93 in there.
Okay, there might be something, the 1893 Morgan, a key date penny, and so we are going to go through that. We don't send out a ton of coins. We really don't, but Jeff holds them back, and it's him and Caleb are into coins more than the Gold Cove is into coins. We do a lot of coin business here, but we don't do a lot of coin shows, so that kind of prohibits us from getting a lot of coins graded and being able to sell a ton of high-end coins. A lot of the coin business we do is dealer to dealer, and we're in that rare coin realm. And so today, Jeff, why don't you go ahead and open that? This came in yesterday. We've held it back until today. Believe it or not, you get coins in, you wait months and months for PCGS to do their thing. It comes in and we were able to sit on it until we could videotape the unboxing today. And then Jeffrey is gonna go through each coin and see what we got. And so I appreciate you guys doing this process with us. And Jeff, let's do this in the office. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do it in the office, or we can go coin by coin. Okay, so we are here. Jeffrey's going to unbox these. You know, the sentiment, we kind of sent in this submission. One of our customers, really good customer, is actually a friend now, had some coins that he was anxious to send in. And so we sent in, I don't know, maybe 10% of this lot was his, 4 or 5 coins. And so we're like, all right, well, we'll put together the rest of our lot and send them in. But the issue with sending in coins sometimes is when they're your coin, there's some emotional attachment to it. So you don't see things that you should. Like a coin could be cleaned, but you're like, oh no, this is a gorgeous high grade coin. And so we struggle with the same stuff. It's hard to look at your own coins that you own objectively. And so let me get out of the way. Here comes Jeffrey. He's gonna open the first box.
Alrighty guys, well, starting up, so we got 2 boxes here. This box number 1, so we're gonna start with that one. The first 6 coins in this submission were a customer coin, were customer coins. Actually, first 7. The 6 was one lot, and there was a one coin that we sent in that came back in a body bag. So that one will be interesting. So I think it's going this way and back. So we'll start with the front there. And our first coin we got in there is a 1900 Barber quarter. Unfortunately, it is cleaned. It is AU details, but it does have, you know, a little bit of luster to it. It's a nice coin. Unfortunately, it did not get that straight grade.
So not worth sending in, Jeff?
I would say
failure?
No. Yeah,
Okay.
It didn't really help much.
Fail.
So we would say that
Next
one's
up.
a fail. So here we got a bust $50. And this is really pretty, but unfortunately, again, this one is a cleaned coin. So I don't know if the customer will be too happy with all the cleanings that he got, but maybe, we'll see. This one is XF details. It's a pretty coin, but just unfortunately was cleaned in the past.
So it's worth the same thing in or out of the holder?
Just about, just about.
Fail. Next one.
Next coin we got, unfortunately, another cleaned coin, a 1926D piece dollar. This would be a valuable coin if it was a straight grade uncirculated. Unfortunately, it is cleaned. So this one is another fail. Next up, let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. We got a straight grade 1926 MS63. And actually, this is a really pretty coin, guys. This is a good coin to have in that grade. I think it's a couple $100 coin, maybe $200-300. Really pretty nice coin. Next one in the lot. We have a 1927 MS64, which is a really good grade for this coin, believe it or not. I think this is a $400 or $500 coin. I think the customer will be quite happy with that. It's a nice coin, white coin, front and back. Nice luster on it.
Now, Jeff, if someone was going to sell that coin raw, what could they get for it? I mean, did it increase the value for it to be in a holder, or does it just kind of make it easier to sell?
Which coins?
The 27.
The 27, it would make it easier to sell. Also, it did improve value. If this was a raw coin, I think it's worth what somebody will give you, you know, whereas a graded coin, it has there's dealer sheets, there's dealer's price guides. There's auctions every single week that have these coins in them. And so there's kind of a general knowledge of what this coin is worth in this grade.
Okay.
But as far as a raw coin, it is, it's worth what somebody will give you.
So it's 455 graded MS64 and raw MS60 is like 120. So it might be $100 raw, right?
Most dealers want to pay about that MS60
okay.
price.
So that's worth it to send in.
Here we have a 34S. This is the key date of the piece dollars. Unfortunately, this is another cleaned one. Yeah, that one's a bummer. That's the key date, the rarest piece dollar there is. So
fail. That
was the last coin of that customer's lot. Now we did send in one key date penny. I kind of know what this one is. This is a 1909S VDB. And unfortunately, it came back in a body bag, and that means it's fake. So it's a counterfeit added mint mark. So not very often do we see added mint mark coins. We always got to be careful with key date coins. This customer brought this coin in and wanted us to purchase it. And I said, I'm just not fully confident to buy this coin without it being graded. So good thing we got it graded. Unfortunately for the customer, it is fake added mint mark. So somebody pulled a mint mark off another penny and put it on this one. Reason being, this coin without a mint mark is worth about $5-6. With a mint mark, the SVDB, it's worth $1,200 to $2,000, in this condition. So that's unfortunate for that customer. Now we're getting into the Gold Cove's coins. So this is where it gets interesting. So starting up, we have a 1931 S penny. This is also a key date in the Lincoln cents. It's really pretty toning and whatnot. I believe this coin to be worth $400 or $500. 65 red brown is no grade to sneeze at. That's a nice high grade penny. So yeah, we're happy with that one. That one was worth sending in. Next up, we have a 3-cent piece, 1861. Earlier in the year, guys, we did get a 3-cent collection in the shop. Not many of them were very nice, but a few were, so I decided to pick a couple out and send them in. This one is AU50, and it has really pretty toning to it. 1861 Civil War year. So that one's pretty nice. I'd say that one's a win. Next up, another 3-cent piece, and unfortunately this one is cleaned. AU Details. Has really pretty toning again, but unfortunately this one was cleaned. Yeah, that's a bummer on that one, so that one's a fail. Next up, we have another 3-cent piece, and they all were from the same eras, the 1850s and 60s, and some in the 70s. Unfortunately, this one was cleaned as well. This one we're going to call a fail. But yeah, unfortunately, these are very tough coins to grade, so I'm not the best at grading them, and they really told me that. Next up, this one was a bummer. This one's a big bummer. This one we got in one of an old vintage kind of promotional holder, in the kind of like cardboard pop-in holder, and it had really beautiful, gorgeous toning. Actually, Kale bought this one, and he was very excited to show me. And unfortunately, PCGS believes it to be questionable color, which is kind of their way of saying they think it might be artificially toned. Now, it does have some wacky toning that I've never really seen on any other kind of coin. But yeah, that's a bummer on that one. That one was a fail.
Caleb just threw some more light on if you've seen the light change.
So we got a little bit more light. Next up, we have a 1903, which is a little bit better of a Morgan dollar. This one's an MS65, so that's a nice grade to get on that coin. I believe the value on that's somewhere right around $200, $250. But yeah, better, lower mintage Morgan, not one of the common ones. Especially in this grade, it starts to get better. But yeah, that one's a win. So we'll look at the next one. Next up, we have an 1885 MS65. Now this one, I would say is kind of a push, 65, I think 65s right now are worth about $145. Costs about $30 to get this coin graded. Could I have got $100 for this coin raw? Maybe, but it's extremely difficult to get somebody to pay you a lot of money for a nice raw coin. So that one I'm gonna say is a push. Not a win, not a loss, but it's a nice coin to have in the holder and something that we'll throw in the showcase at the store. Fill up some showcase space.
I think that one's worthwhile to send in. Not a huge win, but...
And next up, this one's cool. 1887, I actually sent in 3 1887s. This one they decided to give MS66. I tried to send in only high grade ones, although, nobody's perfect or I'm not great at it, but a 66 is something I'm proud of. That's a win in my book. I think that's worth about $300. So from if this coin was raw and somebody wasn't looking at the grade, somebody might pay, $50, $60 for an uncirculated Morgan. Yeah. So 300 bucks on an MS66 is definitely a win in my book. So that one's cool. Up next, this is 1887. This one has nice toning. This one is an MS64. So is this one a win? I don't know. But people like to have their toners certified. So this one could be a win because of the, people like to know that their toning's real and not artificial, kind of like that Mercury dime. So this one's a win in my book. Yeah, nice coin. Next up, another 1887. Now this one is a MS65. So this one's a little win, not a big win. It's, like I said, a $50 coin raw, and now in a 65 holder, it's a $130, $140 coin. So that's a win in our book. Next up, we have an 1882S MS66. This is a nice grade. This is another, $50 coin raw and $300 in MS66. So just a nice common coin in a high grade. Something that we're happy with.
Jeff, you were pretty confident we might pull a 67 down out of one of those, weren't you?
I was hoping we would get a 67, but unfortunately, that's a really hard grade to get.
It's hard to parse a 66 to a 67.
Most definitely, yeah. So up next, we have an 1897 MS66. Now this coin in high grade is actually a pretty good coin. I believe this coin's worth $400 or $500. It's a slightly better date, not a key date, but to get that in MS66 is really nice. Accomplishment, I would say, for the store.
That's a 97 66?
97 MS66.
So that sheet's for 680, so retail would be a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, actually, I'm shooting
strong.
low on prices here. I guess this is about a $750 coin here. And so that's nice to get in a 66 holder. Up next is a 1889-0 in MS60. Now this is a better date. I wouldn't say this is a key date, but to get this in MS60, I believe this to be a $400 coin, maybe.
I'm looking it up.
And you can see that the New Orleans, the problem with this coin is that they had weak strikes.
89-0.
So it's very hard to get. 320 is what this coin gray sheet's for in MS60. So MS60 is actually kind of a weird grade. We don't get that grade very much. Some people collect, MS60 or AU58. So maybe this will go in somebody's, MS60 Morgan collection. But yeah, I'd say that one's a win. It's a nice coin in a PCGS holder. And for the next box, we're starting out this one, 84S. So this one is a key date, 84S and AU50. It's a nice coin. Hard to get these coins straight graded, and this coin, if it's uncirculated, I believe this is about a $10,000 coin, and about uncirculated, I want to say this is about $400.
Yep.
So this is a nice.
And it's hard to get $100 for that if it's not graded, right?
Yeah,
it's a $100 coin.
If this is raw, it's a tough sale. But graded, we should be able to sell that one out. Next up, its brother, 1883S. So this is another key date in the series. This one has some nice flashy PL fields, but this one got AU55. This is a really pretty coin, a nice grade AU55. Again, this is another tough one to get in a straight grade holder. Extremely value and uncirculated, so it's nice to be able to afford an AU one if you ever need one, and now we got one for you guys to buy. Up next, let's see, 1900 over CC. So this is actually an error coin, and what happened is they used the reverse dies of a CC coin on this, and they forgot to shave, well, not forgot, but they couldn't shave every single bit of the CC away. So if you look real closely, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see on the camera, but there's two little CCs right by the O. And this is a known error coin. It's not like a pie in the sky coin. It's worth probably about $400 or $500, I believe. Nice coin to get in AU. A lot of the ones we see are in low grade. But yeah, nice error coin overall.
Nice.
Next up, 1890 CC. Now most times these coins are not worth sending in. But with this coin, as you can see on the holder, it says tail bar. So that's a variety on this coin where you can see right here, the foot almost looks like it goes all the way to the wreath. And they call that a tail bar. And so that makes this coin about twice as expensive, twice as rare.
What's the grade?
VF20. So we got a VF20 on that coin.
So that's 3 1/4 in the sheet.
So it's $325 in the gray sheet.
160 if it's not a tail
So
bar.
if it's
so
not,
that's something you got to send in.
Yeah, nice coin to send in because it doubles in value if it is a tail bar. So yeah, nice win on that one. Next up, I see genuine not gradable. 1879cc. Now this is a very hard coin to get in higher grades. It's very expensive and uncirculated. Unfortunately, this one is XF details cleaned. So we sent this one in just for the fact of that it is an expensive coin. Most people want their super expensive coins certified, you know. They don't want to find out, you know, 10 years, 20 years later that it's not a real coin. So to prevent that, you can buy a graded coin, and that's what some of our customers do.
So a natural XF is $1,800.
Yeah, $1,800.
Now what will the clean do to that, Jeff, as far as value?
I want to say this might be now a $1,200 coin, $1,300 coin because of the cleaning.
Wow, still really valuable.
But yeah, still an extremely valuable coin. So we'll say that one, I don't know if it's a win, but it could be a push. Let's look next up. We got an 1886-0 and MS61. Now this is not a key date coin, but it is a little bit better. And in this grade, it is actually a very good, very tough to get in this grade. So it's a win for us. I believe this coin's worth about $1,600. Wow. 1886-0 MS61.
Yeah, 62 is 16. And so 60 is 1,100, so you split them between there somewhere.
Yeah, so it's
That's a great coin.
Nice coin that we sent in, and we got a good grade, the grade that we wanted on it. So that's a coin we'll throw in the showcase. That one we're calling a win.
So AU is under $500, right? So you can't haggle. Is this AU? Is it low S MS60? You got to send it in.
Right. There's no if and or buts. It's that grade. Okay, and here's the 1893. We were talking about this coin a little bit earlier. 93 is a key date year in the Morgans. This is a 93-0. This is XF40, and this just looks like a nice, wholesome, circulated coin. Not as good as the 93S, but better than the 93 plain. But yeah, that's a good coin. I want to say that coin's about $800-900.
Yeah, yep.
So that's a coin that was worth sending in.
Anything 93 is pretty good money in any decent grade in the Morgan series.
XF40, we're happy with that grade. Next up, let's see what we got here. 1899S. So this is a better date in the series. Again, 1899S, a San Francisco. MS61, I believe this coin's worth about $390, $450, right around that area. But yeah, MS61, it's a lower uncirculated, but then again, to sell this coin raw, we might not get all the money that it's worth. So something like this would be worth sending in.
Yep.
So we're happy with that. That one's a win.
It's hard for Jeff to have all those prices plugged in his head, as you can imagine. So that one's actually a little bit more, $500 to $600.
$500 to $600.
But we are challenging his knowledge here, and he's growing with it. So that's cool, because I wouldn't know those off the top of my head at all.
So here we have an 1899, and I would say this is one of the lowest. Is this the second lowest mintage Morgan? 1899.
It's like top 10.
It's a very low mintage, and unfortunately, this one they called altered surfaces, which I thought this coin was an AU, but if they're calling it uncirculated altered surfaces, some kind of jeweler could have messed with the surfaces or something. Maybe it could have been over dipped, but unfortunately, that coin did not grade. So that coin, you know, it's hard to sell this one raw, but then again, you know, a clean grade is not what you want. You know, that's not even cleaned. It's altered surfaces, so that's, you know, even worse.
Yeah, you don't want that in a holder, really.
Yeah, that one's a tough one. That one we're calling a fail. And then we're going into peace dollars. Now this one they called it a cleaned AU detail. So peace dollars were not quite my friend, this submission, but I did send one in that was halfway okay, and we'll get to that one soon. A 21, that's AU cleaned. It's all right. Are we happy with it? We could have sold this one raw for maybe a little bit. We're going to call that one a fail. Next up, another 21. Now they called this one tooled, and I might really have to study this coin and try to find that tooling on here. But this is an AU 1921 tooled, so again, that's worse than cleaning. I'll have to try to find the tooling on that coin to show it to you guys, but from the looks of it right now, I can't quite see it. But yeah, that's a fail on that one. We'll see the next one. Next one, this is a coin that might have made up for the peace dollars. This is a 1925 MS66. I believe this coin to be worth about $480. And you know, I'm not really that great with grading peace dollars, and I'm kind of happy that I was able to get a 66 on this one. This was, you know, the 21s I sent in because they were key dates, and the 25, I was like, this one looks nice. Could be a 65 or better. But, you know, I'm happy that I got a 66 on it. That's exciting. Next up, 1895-0. Now this is a key date in the series. So we got a pair of these, a 95-0 and a 95S. You're going to see that 95S in a second here. But we are very happy with that the AU53 grade on that. This coin I think is worth right in that $1,800 price range. It's a coin that we're happy with. AU53, 1895, a really low mintage coin, and it's like when the grades go higher and higher on this coin, the more expensive this coin gets drastically. Like if this was uncirculated, these are huge money coins. So
yeah, 12,000 plus in a low unk.
So we're happy with AU in that coin.
Jeff, were you telling me a story about that coin that you had it offered for a lot cheaper?
Yeah, so I had that coin, both of these coins actually. I'm going to show this coin next.
Is that the last one?
This is the last one, 1895S. So actually I had both of these coins for $1,000 a piece in 2x2s, and unfortunately nobody bought them. And I think if you were to bought them and purchase them and send them in, you would have done well. 1895S and XF40, I believe this is another $1,200 or $1,300 coin. But yeah, nice San Francisco. So the 95s were cool because we got them in together. I priced them together, $1,000 a piece. So
we even had dealer friends that we deal with look those over, and they passed them at $1,000 a piece. I think between them they're worth maybe $3,500 slabbed. And so that's the logic in having to send in coins to get graded. I mean, some of these coins, it's $500, $800 difference on one grade. And super exciting, right? You send in your coins to get graded, and the anticipation of waiting, what are they going to grade at? What are they going to come back at? I mean, that is a pretty fun process. Don't you think, Jeff?
Oh yeah, most definitely. It was a lot of fun for me. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. That was our PCGS submission. Maybe we'll have one. Maybe we might have 2 a year for you guys like that. But this was the first of hopefully many more. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. And
Jeff, real quick, how do you grade that? What's your grade on that submission?
What's my grade on that submission? I guess if I'm grading it, I'm calling it maybe an AU. It's about uncirculated. I'd say a 5 out of 7 or a 7 out of 10. It was a pretty decent submission. Unfortunately, our customer got a lot of clean coins. We got a couple of clean coins. Unfortunately, we did get those tooled coins and the altered surfaces, which kind of hurts. But
we always struggle with 21 piece dollars, right? We send in a 21 piece, and that's a struggle.
Right, yeah, 21s we have a really tough time getting straight grades on. But yeah, thank you guys for watching today. That was our PCGS submission. Stay tuned for next time. Come in the store and check out these coins. Thank you guys for watching.
Yep, check out our Whatnot show, guys, and subscribe, like. We appreciate you guys spending your time with us. Have a great day.